Hello, welcome everyone. So I think last week we were saying that we'll try and speak as less as possible and get into the experience.
Yeah.
I think I said that last week.
Thanks.
We'll show you. Welcome everyone, online and online and real line. So what we thought we'd do is give a super fast explanation of what it is about, and then we'll listen to a little audio extract of Shri Mataji's speech. So for that, let me share this slide with you all. So I think you can see the thing in the back. See the slide. 1 second. Whoa. Yeah. So what we see is the subtle system, as we say, and then you see a photograph on the top left.
Do you have the chart of that?
Okay. Thank you. That's much better. So what we see in the chart for the onliners, you'll see that on your screens, is what we call the subtle system. And the lady in that photograph on the left is Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. So she is the one who has taught how that system within ourselves can be activated. So there is a lot of knowledge on this. In Sahaja Yoga, as Shri Mataji once said, that you get the summit first and then you build the foundations. So usually, when you start from class 1, class 2, go to your degree or whatever. So it's sort of opposite. You're given the degree, gifted almost. And then you learn the fundamentals. So what we'll do is, without going to the complete ABCDs of Sahaja Yoga, we'll explain very quickly what that subtle system is. So each one of us is born with that subtle system. But until each of us gets that system activated by Shri Mataji, it doesn't start to manifest. So what you see there is on the bottom of it, you see a triangular, it's the sacrum bone inside which there is a 3.5 coils. And I was recently reading that 3.5 coils you can make into 7 parts. And that makes your 7 chakras. So that's the length of it. So when the Kundalini gets activated, it goes up. So half, if you take half of 3.5 apart, so 3 parts is 6 and the half part is 7. Just interesting math, I thought, when I was hearing it. And then what you have these energy centers. So they have their qualities. We will not go through each of the quality and so on. But what is interesting is, I'm just giving a little bit of a introduction to the speech that Shri Mataji will talk about, is each energy center has a deity. Now, for example, if you're born in the Hindu tradition, you only know about the Hindu deities. If you're born in the Christian tradition, you only know about the one deity, which is Jesus Christ. If you're born in the Islamic tradition, you only know Allah or Prophet Muhammad. But what that means is, when we just stuck to one tradition, there's a bit of a problem in the sense that it's like this. When you get your realization, it's like, let's say you get a recipe of, I don't know what recipe. Let's say you eat a pizza with all the, I don't know, whatever you eat on the pizza, cheese or meat and so on. But then if you just like the meat, you can't say, I like the meat, but I don't like the dough. Without the dough, the pizza can't be made. So when we are stuck to just let somebody says, I just like the dough, you might as well eat a roti. You don't really go and eat pizza because you don't like the meat. So until every one of that part comes together, the dish is not made. And spirituality is not very different. So today, specifically, we'll listen to a speech which is about the deity in center number 6, which is at the forehead. And that deity is Jesus Christ. So to put it extremely bluntly, unless we accept that Jesus Christ is the deity of that energy center who opens that energy center, the Kundalini cannot pass from the bottom of the spine to the top of the energy center. That is when the meditation manifests. Very, very, very easy to see, right? You cannot just skip 6 from 1. So the Kundalini will just go to the 6 and just stays there. When the Kundalini stays there and doesn't go to number 7, you don't feel the experience of meditation. So we have to be a little bit open-minded about it. So what we'll do is we'll just listen to Shri Mataji's speech. So we'll do the realization after that. Yeah. So all you have to do is put your hands on the lap. If you get a little bit distracted, open your eyes and just look at the system or Shri Mataji's photograph. I'll play the speech now. We can shut our video. 1 second.
Everything that has happened on this earth has a divine plan, especially all the advents of people, like Christ coming on this earth. Moses taking people away from slavery. Krishna's advent on this earth. Rama's coming on this earth as a benevolent king. All these things have given us a special power within ourselves. These powers are all dormant. They are dormant, we can say they are sleeping. Just like some candles which are not yet enlightened. When the Kundalini rises, she enlightens these powers within us. So this pure desire that is within us to be one with the whole, this connects us to the whole. Not only that, but it awakens all those deeper powers within us which are yet not awakened. Today, I want to tell you about Christ's powers, which has never been before talked about. Because those people who talked about Christ never knew this. They were not realized souls. They were just ordinary human beings. And even those who are talking about Christ are not realized souls. They are talking without having any knowledge as to this subtle side of Christ. Christ resides within us in this evolutionary process, in that crossing point. His deity is placed there. Now, this was not placed after Christ came in. It was placed much before, when human being was. And He was specially created for a very special job which was never interpreted by people. When the deity of Christ is awakened within us, what does he do? It is said that he died for our sins. Everybody says, Christ died for our sins, so you become Christians, so he has died for us and everything is fine. You are not a Christian unless and until you are baptized. You are not a Jew unless and until you are baptized. Now what is the baptism are we having? Do we really get the awakening of Christ within us? Do we get the awakening of Moses within us? Do we get the awakening of Sri Krishna within us? If so, we do not have those powers. When this deity is awakened within us, it is said that he died for our sins. In India, we had a long theory of karma. That was at the time of Krishna has described that whatever karmas you do, accordingly you are born, accordingly you suffer. This theory was at the time of Krishna, who was about 6,000 years back. So by this, they wanted to tell people that you are build up your karmas and you will suffer accordingly. The sufferings are due to the past bad behavior or anti-God behavior of human beings. But they found the human beings were just the same. When Moses brought Jews away from there, they were just the same. When Krishna preached, nothing happened to them, they were just the same. They would not look after their karmas. They were not bothered about their karmas. And they suffered. In their ignorance, they suffered. Because they did not believe in those incarnations. They did not believe in any incarnations whatsoever. So they continued with what they were doing, going against their sustenance, against their dharma, against their human benevolence. So something had to be done by which one could create an instrument which would absorb those karmas once for all. That's how Christ was created. With very great effort, with very great understanding of human problems. To incarnate on this earth as an ordinary human being. And when he resurrected himself, he showed by his life that spirit is eternal. That's what Krishna told. That spirit is eternal. Somebody had to prove it, that it is eternal. And Christ proved it, that it is eternal. So far till Christ came in, all the powers of the incarnations were expressed as their personal powers. As their personal powers. Means the goddess, she came on this earth to kill demons. Krishna came on this earth to kill demons, to tell them what is right and wrong. Moses came on this earth to save people. But we needed somebody who would take away the sins, who would pardon the people, who would go on this earth as an embodiment of forgiveness. To forgive the erring human beings who were so ignorant, with that love and compassion. Not to show off his great powers, which he has still, but just through his compassion and forgiveness, to absorb the sins of these people. this deity was placed long time back within us, who incarnated as a human being on this earth. But we never recognized him. Can you imagine? Now we have so many thousands of Sahaja Yogis all over the world. Can you imagine? There was not a single person who really, but for his mother, really understood it. Till he got his resurrection and then all started saying, ah. Till then nobody would believe. Not like you. But it's all right, because they were not realized. So even that is forgiven. That's why he said that anything against me will be tolerated. Because he knew people were not realized. But after realization, after getting your enlightenment, if you do not recognize God, then he is not going to forgive. Imagine, the ocean of forgiveness has denied his forgiveness. That would be the greatest crime and the sin, not to recognize God after realization. Now he came on this earth to absorb the sins of the people. When the Kundalini rises, and if this Agya opens out, which is a very difficult thing, for others I've seen it's very much difficult. But in Sahaja Yoga today, it has become really easy to awaken Christ. And the sins get lost, completely absorbed. There's no karmas left. There are many people still flouting this idea of karmas. They are still harping on that. Because when Christ came on this earth and did all these miracles, and when he told them that he's dying for the sins of the people, and they knew this, they said it, they started preaching about it, they took Christ like a book. They used him so wrongly. They never interpreted what it meant. That after becoming a realized soul, when you are born again, as he said, you have to be born again. He said it again and again, these things.
So to activate all the energy centers, in this speech, Shri Mataji was specifically talking about the energy center number 6. To activate all the energy centers, there is a process of called self-realization. So if Chaitanya can walk us through that, then we'll have another meditation session. Then.
So yeah, we've done this before, and just very simple, just hands in the lap, and you just kind of move your right hand over the left side of your body from base to up. So the first step is you get your right hand on the left side of your chest, and this is the site, the chakra of the spirit. So you have to ask yourself, kind of ask the deity, am I the pure spirit? And just, you try and meditate on it and not to think about it, and just say, am I the pure spirit? Until there's no thoughts left. So just, am I the pure spirit? Then just shift the hand downwards to just in the stomach, the left side of the stomach, just under the ribs. And this is the chakra of self-mastery, so control of the self. And just say to the deity, am I my own master? So do I control myself? Am I in command of myself? Then downwards, just once again, to where the kind of leg meets the torso. And this chakra is that of knowledge. So just ask the deity, please give me the pure knowledge. And say this a few times to yourself until, while you're not thinking, that ask for the pure knowledge is what is the only thing kind of going through you. So just, am I the pure knowledge? So then, because you've asked for the pure knowledge, you can start moving back up again to just under the ribs. Now you say, I am the pure master. Because you've reached that stage where you can say that, where you are in control of that chakra. So please make me the pure master. Just move it back up to the heart. This time you can say, please make me the pure spirit. Because the heart is where it all kind of flows outwards from there to the rest of the body, like the blood. So I am the pure spirit. Then just place the right hand on the left side of the neck. Just tilt the head just towards the right side. Because there's a lot of tension on the neck. We carry a lot of stuff around on it. And here you just have to ask the deity, please forgive me. I'm not guilty at all for anything. Because you're not guilty until this point, you weren't really in control of yourself. You weren't exactly the pure spirit. So you haven't really done anything. You're not guilty of anything. So I'm not guilty. And just move up the hand to the forehead. Just tilt the head slightly downwards, just resting it in your hand. And here you have to forgive everyone, because this chakra and this deity is forgiveness. So just say, I forgive everyone, and I also forgive myself. Because by saying that, you accept the spirit and allow it to go upwards. So I forgive everyone, and also I forgive myself. Then just place the hand on the back of the head. Just tip your head upwards, so just staring up at the ceiling. And this chakra is of the past. So all the things that have gone before us that we do have to move on from to get to the actual reality. So here we just have to say, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Then finally, just place the hand on the top of the head and just rest it there. You can press it down a bit, and it does help if you raise your fingers slightly as you push down. And just gently kind of rub or knead the top of your head. And here is the last chakra, the one that connects you, all the spirit from bottom to top to the reality. And here just say, please give me my self-realization. Please give me the understanding of the self. And just hold your attention, not thinking, at the top of the head. And then just raise your right hand slightly and just see if you can feel anything above the place where you had your hand. Some people get a bit of cool and some a bit of warmth. What that means is that the spirit has finally gone through and is connecting. You can check with the left hand as well, just raise it to the same approximate position. You can lower it or raise it up a bit to see if it's still there. The important thing is that finally you're thoughtless and that you're meditating. So you can put the hands down and then just close your eyes and meditate for a bit and just try and keep the attention, not the thought, just the attention on the top of the head where you last felt the cool or the warmth. And just try and enjoy it being there.
Once again, let's raise our hand above our head. Let's keep our attention in the space that is above the head and below the hand. And just observe the sensations that we may be feeling there. A couple of minutes without any music, let's just try and stay in that space. We can just open our eyes and look at the screen for a minute. Perhaps read that and reflect a little bit. I hope that's not too academic. So a lot of people write books. I mean, there are probably more rubbish authors in the society than any useful ones at the moment. So Shri Mataji talks about realized souls. So even if they were they did not meet Shri Mataji, and even though they did not get their self-realization in the sense that we got, however, she said some people feel their spirit. In that, when they do that, they write this kind of stuff. So when we put all this hand on the forehead and say, I forgive everyone, I forgive myself, it's sort of also useful to understand what we are saying there. Typically, it's probably the modern society has this issue of not forgiving. Mostly, I think not forgiving others. I think, like he says there, we're very happy forgiving ourselves for every silly thing that we do. We can easily forgive ourselves. So then, why are we not able to do that? The very simple reason why we are not able to do that is when so we can read those kind of books and feel good. We probably even feel, oh yeah, that's me. I do that sometimes. But it's hard to remember because at the thick and thin of things in the way we live our lives, you can in theory think that you forgive everyone, but it kind of becomes hard on a daily basis. That's when self-realization becomes very important. When your Ajna chakra gets opened because of self-realization, that's when it becomes easier to forgive. So perhaps on that theme, we can meditate a little bit more. So again, we put our hands like that, and if you can walk us through how to raise our Kundalini. This one.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, just the preliminary part of raising the Kundalini, start and end of the meditation. So just get the left hand from the base and put the right hand behind it and just move it going over the right hand, just slowly. It's like a spinning wall going upwards. Just place it on top of the head and then just sort of tie a knot with two hands. And then we just repeat it again. So it's all the same steps, just right hand going around from the back. But twice when you get to the top of the head. And then third time, same steps, but just 3 times once you reach top of the head. So it's just a quick way to tie up all the chakras from top to bottom to raise the Kundalini. And then just from the second part, the right hand on the left wrist, and then just pass it over yourself, just like an arch. And just do this 7 times to kind of connect to the 7 energy centers we talked about. So it acts as a kind of a bond of protection. And we can just meditate.
So now we can put our hands on the lap, eyes closed. So whenever you feel that you're getting distracted with a thought, you can just put your hand on top of the head and bring your attention to the Sahasrara chakra, which is chakra number 7. So even if we sort of miss to say it, that is our goal, to keep our attention on top of the head. So let's keep our attention there, hands on the lap. Let's try and get inside. Let's put our right hand on the heart. Mother, please clear my heart of any malice towards others. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Put our right hand on the forehead. Mother, because I am the pure spirit, I hold no grudges. So I forgive everyone, including myself, without any conditions. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, please forgive me. Let's put our right hand on top of the head. Mother, please establish my spirit in my Sahasrara, which is the ultimate energy center, number 7. Mother, please establish my spirit in the Sahasrara. Put her hand back on the lap. Keep our attention on Sahasrara and meditate. Let's raise our left hand to the shoulder level. You can quickly have a look at me and then close your eyes. bring our hand back to the left. Your eyes closed. Now observe how you're feeling on your palms, in your fingers, fingertips. If there is any specific discomfort you're feeling in any of the fingers, you can pop in a comment in the chat window and we can explain you what that could mean and why we feel those sort of reactions in the fingers. So when you meditate at home, you raise your kundalini and take the protection around your body, like Chaitanya said. You meditate for as long as you want, usually 10-15 minutes. And then you do the kundalini raising and taking the protective shield. So now to close off, let's do that, raising the kundalini and the protection shield. If you remember, just do it. If you don't, you can follow us and you open your eyes. Will you open our eyes? So if you have any questions, you can let us know. We can unmute you, online us, and then you can talk. For the real lifers, if you have any questions. So what we say is that we recommend that you meditate every day. For very simple reason that, if you leave Canberra and want to reach Sydney, if you stop every 5 minutes, you don't really progress to the destination. So you'd help yourself by having that discipline of meditating every day. And if you're in Canberra, please come to the physical location. You can ask questions. I don't see any questions, Surendra, to you. If you do, let us know. All right, yeah. Surendra has also written to raise the queries. So you got any questions, Ravi? Lakshmi, okay. Dilip? You got any questions, Padma? All right. Yeah, it's a 5 minutes early night today. We can close it off. We'll leave some music on if you want to meditate. Thank you. night, everyone. We're going to close the session soon. See you next week. Thank you.